everybody. I'm Seth Meyers. This is Late Night. We hope you're doing well. And now, if you don't mind, we're going to get to the news. Today was President Trump's 100th day in office. Well, 100th day as president, 4th day in office. In a post over the weekend on Truth Social, President Trump said that he is, quote, bringing Columbus Day back from the ashes by claiming he discovered it when people already knew it existed. President Trump sat for an interview tonight with ABC News, and while he was at ABC, he closed down Abbott Elementary. They teach woke. The Trump Organization has started selling Trump 2028 hats, but that's crazy. He can't run for a third term. That would be, oh no. The Vatican announced this week that 135 cardinals from around the world will convene on May 7th for the conclave to elect a new pope, which means I'm about to lose a lot of money on FanDuel. Got a lot of opinions. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced earlier this month that the Trump administration would take control of the renovation of New York's Penn Station. It's the perfect project for Trump since it's the only thing we have that he can't make any worse. Authorities at Chicago's Midway Airport over the weekend arrested a passenger on a Southwest Airlines flight after she allegedly took off her clothes and pooped on her seat as the plane landed. Well, it's still better than clapping. The deodorant company Billy has launched an ad campaign that features scratch and sniff posters in New York. But if you're willingly scratching and sniffing the walls of New York, you're probably not the deodorant type. A dog food brand recently announced that they're looking for a summer intern to smell dogs' breath in order to evaluate the effectiveness of their new dental product, in case you're looking for a career where AI will never replace you. Chipotle has announced that it plans to open a restaurant in Mexico next year. Meanwhile, the Olive Garden in Italy was just burned to the ground. Isanata pasta. And finally, a letter written on board the Titanic before it sank recently sold at auction for nearly $400,000. And I mean, it was written right before it sank. Kind of a fun one to end on. That was a monologue, everybody. We're off and running. Got a fantastic show for you tonight. She's a multiple Emmy Award-winning actress, writer, and producer you know from SNL, 30 Rock, Mean Girls, and so much more. She's the co-creator and star of The Four Seasons, which premieres Thursday on Netflix. The one, the only Tina Fey is in the building. So excited to have Tina back on the show. He stars in a little show called The Last of Us, which airs its second season Sunday nights on HBO. Gabriel Luna is on the show. And he is the co-founder of Spy Magazine, the former editor of Vanity Fair, and the current co-editor of Airmail. His best-selling memoir, When the Going Was Good, An Editor's Adventures During the Last Golden Age of Magazines, is out now. Graydon Carter is back on the show. Check out a couple of family trips we recorded. Adam Pally and Melissa Fumero. My brother and I talked to them. It was a delight. Moving on. Here at Late Night, every night I deliver a monologue comprised of jokes written by a diverse team of writers. As a result, a lot of jokes come across my desk that, due to my being a straight white male, would be difficult for me to deliver, but we don't think that should stop you from enjoying them, so we'd like to share them with you now in a segment called Joke Seth Can't Tell. These are two of our writers, Amber and Jenny.
I'm black.
And I'm gay.
And we're both women.
And I'm not. So here's how it works. I'll read the setups for these jokes, and Amber and Jenny will read the punchlines. Here we go. Parade Magazine recently published a list of America's 34 lesbian bars.
And they all have the same policy. No sandals, no service.
The hit show Black Mirror recently began its 7th season.
A black mirror is like a white mirror, except you look good.
Amber, are you saying all white people are ugly?
I didn't, you did. You heard it here first, folks. Seth Meyers said all white people are ugly.
No, I didn't.
You heard it here first, folks. Seth Meyers gaslit a black
All
woman.
right, enough. A new executive director was recently hired to run the Portland Lesbian Choir.
It's the world's first choir that's all baritones.
Jenny, are you a baritone?
When I speak, but when I sing, I'm a bass.
Really well done. The National Park Service's website about the Underground Railroad no longer has a photo of Harriet Tubman.
Looks like she escaped again.
Amber!
But don't worry, you can still read about her in this book. Oh, she did it again!
A new documentary premiered this year about lesbian astronaut Sally Ride.
A lesbian astronaut is like a straight astronaut, except they say, Houston, we have a solution.
I have to admit something, Jenny. I didn't know Sally Ride was a lesbian.
Oh, no one did, except everyone who ever saw her haircut.
Nintendo announced that the Switch 2 video game console will be available in June.
So now black kids are excited when their parents say, pick out a Switch.
Amber, shame on you.
All right, you're right. I'll go pick out a Switch.
No!
All right.
The makers of Cheetos have released a new cheese pizza flavor.
So if you're craving cheese pizza and Cheetos, you're pregnant.
I don't know, I feel like I could have told that one.
Oh, okay, well, we'll check with you in the future.
Okay, great. The Kennedy Center recently premiered an opera about the Black experience.
It's called The Marriage of Negro. That's what it's called. Seth, do you feel like you could have told that joke?
I didn't even feel good hearing it. A video went viral recently of a lesbian penguin bringing a toy to her partner.
And then her partner put the batteries in. See, Seth, the batteries...
I know what they're for. This isn't my first joke Seth can't tell. In a new interview, Kamala Harris said she believes the country is ready for a woman of color in the White House.
Oh, I've had plenty of them, said Thomas Jefferson. Oh, history. That's history's fault, not mine.
Seth, I've got an idea. Why don't you tell one?
In front of this audience?
I feel like they really want you to do one.
Yeah.
I've never seen you bomb 3 times in a row.
Come on, do you...
All right, fine, but I'm not as charming as Amber. A recent report has found that synthetic hair marketed to black women contains harmful substances like carcinogens and lead, but shockingly, no menthol.
Seth. No. I agree with the audience. My delicate sensibilities.
All right, you know what? I'll try again. I think I'm finally, you know what? I'm finally in tune with what they dig. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna bet 1 pencil each. This one's standing ovation.
Oh, okay, great. We'll see.
The Kennedy Center recently premiered an opera about the Black experience, so check it out if you want to hear people talk through an opera.